Welcome to the Valley Cell. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all are well. Have had a wonderful holiday weekend. This commentary is coming out of Texas pertaining to Marcus Andra Shorten, 53. He's been charged with bigamy, and he denies the marriages. Thank you for joining me.
Only on 13, a woman tells us she found out through Facebook that her husband was getting remarried. The only problem, he was still married to her. Now, her husband is facing a rare bigamy charge. ABC 13's Jessica Willie is live. Jessica, you heard from the wife. What did she have to say here?
Yeah, according to court records, Marcus Shorten has been married at least 4 times. We found divorce decrees for 2 of those marriages, but right now Houston police allege that he is married to 2 women. He was charged with bigamy on Monday. Today, he denied being married to anyone.
I feel like I was made a fool of.
For 5 years, this woman who asked that we only use her first name, Tammy, says she was patient.
He says, I didn't want a divorce. I'm giving me some help, Tim. I don't want to get a divorce. I don't want my family to think I'm a failure.
She and Marcus Shorten got married in 2012. She was his 3rd wife, she says. In 2019, they decided to separate and would speak occasionally, sometimes talking about divorce.
You want to get a divorce? He says, I'll get back with you on that.
Then last December, she was blindsided, she says, by word of a new wedding registry, and she let him know.
I told him, before you let the world know what you're doing, make sure your business is right, correct.
According to the registry, the happy couple got married at the Fifth Ward Church of Christ in January. ABC 13 found that marriage license too.
Were you aware that you were charged with bigamy?
Earlier, our Pugilodia spoke with Shorten on the phone, who told her he is not married to anyone. Charging documents say otherwise. Houston police couldn't find a divorce decree for Tammy. Bigamy is a felony.
Because I knew it was wrong. You not only have destroyed my life, but now you have destroyed somebody else's life and all the parties that's involved in it.
And that's why she said she went to police.
You can't go around lying and misleading individuals at your self-satisfaction.
It's a super rare charge, according to lawyers. She feels betrayed and wants him to answer for what she says he's done.
It's not like you don't know what a divorce is because you've been married several times before.
Jessica, as you mentioned, this is not a crime you hear about every day. What is the punishment if he's convicted?
Yeah, it's not a minor crime, Jonathan. In Texas, it's a 3rd-degree felony, punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
All right. 3rd-degree felony. We're going to go back, rehash a little bit one more time.
Yeah, according to court records, Marcus Shorten has been married at least 4 times. We found divorce decrees for 2 of those marriages, but right now Houston police allege that he is married to 2 women. He was charged with
I think there's some conflicting information in the news because I could have sworn I just read that they didn't have any divorce decree. So I don't know what's the truth because you have to be careful with the news as well. The point is he has 4 marriages, okay, on the books. We have this lady going by the name of Tammy who is legally currently married to him, but he remarried someone else, don't have her name, in January of December 23. Okay, well, excuse me. Oh, God. Let me start over. He's currently married, has been married to 4 women. He denies being married to the 4 women. He has spoken to the news that he's not married to any of these women, which makes no sense. He's been charged but not arrested. So why not turn yourself in? He also told the news, I'm not aware of the charges. Well, you know now. There's a whole news bulletin about you, sir. So you and everybody in Houston and Central America, Central United States knows you've been charged. 3rd-degree felony. He married this wife here, Tammy, number 3, 2012. They separated in 2017. She said they talked on and off. So where were they living? Where was he living? Where was she living? In the city, out of the city. Queen's gotten information from his Facebook page that he's a nurse. He recently got an award for being an outstanding employee. So if he's hiding out, then that means he's not going to work. Because anybody with sense knows if you're going to serve a warrant, where would you go? You go to their job, run their social security number. It should show where he works, hospital, clinic, so on and so forth. So where does he work? How long does he work there? No divorce decrees. Married a new wife in January of 2024. Marcus Andra Shorten, 53 of Texas, denies all marriages. You can deny the marriages because possibly they're not legal. That's why you can deny them. Because you were jumping from bed to bed, woman to woman, and never legally divorcing these ladies. So how many? I don't even know what I'm saying. Third-degree felony. Will he, one, be apprehended? Most likely he will. Get a bond out. Will it affect his job, livelihood? Possibly. And the fact that you have the nerve to be on Facebook with that cancer business. Help me raise money. I hate when they do that. Facebook asks you to do a fundraiser for your birthday, and this joker here wants to bring awareness to breast cancer. You don't even care about women. Oh, you want to make sure they keep those perky breasts. Excuse my interpretation. You want them to make sure they keep their perky breasts, but you don't care about them in general. Makes no sense. All these church videos on your Facebook page. Everybody loves to talk about God, do they not? And yes, we're all sinners, we're all flawed. But you are more than just flawed. You are marrying people and it's not legit because you haven't divorced the last wife. I have a problem with that. So to put all this Christianity stuff on your page, memes and quotations and Christian videos and pastors preaching, man, give it a rest. Come on, dude. Really? I pray no one has children with you. You're 53. You probably still can make babies. I'm assuming all your body parts still work. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. Please check out the shorts in the YouTube queue. Obviously, somebody's been watching the Queen. 1.2 thousand views, less than 24 hours. Somebody's looking. Thank you. Let's see what we can find on Mr. Andra. Wow. You have been busy. Tammy tells us that they talked about divorce, but he didn't want to get it years ago because he didn't want to appear to be a failure to his family. What do you care what your family thinks of you? So let me guess, you come from some highfalutin church folks. They're godly like. Who cares? What do you care what they think of you? You just posted to Facebook months ago, you're marrying somebody else and you're not even divorced from the last wife, which is number 3, Miss Tammy, alias she's using. So what do you care about what people think? Obviously you don't care or you wouldn't be illegally married to this last wife. Wow. The next video I'm going to do is about blind trust. We're going to talk about being misled by people, such as this joker here. Thinking you know people, thinking they care for you when they don't. Because you can't say you care for somebody and you don't show any respect. And even if the person appears to be nice and kind and they don't beat you up, they don't curse you out, they don't steal your money, the fact that they have pretended to divorce someone and they've done this often, that's a fraud. So they're not being truthful with you. So deception is not always abuse, physical, mental, gaslighting. You're a liar. And let me tell you, as I've always said, a liar is worse. A liar is worse than a thief because imagine people walk around every day lying to you and you have no idea that they've told a lie. A thief is different. You know, okay, I heard he steals. Okay, so I either be around him or I don't. A liar is totally different because you meet liars every day. Whew. You watch YouTube, don't you? Shut your mouth. This is the lying machine up here. Just like Facebook, what black folks call it, the lie book. Exactly. You can be who you want to be. Hi, I'm a unicorn. I'm a leprechaun. I'm a drone. I can be whatever I want to be. Post your pictures, smiling, you're on the beach, and you're miserable as hell. Smiling on the beach, you're getting a divorce, but you ain't told nobody. Smiling on the beach, and you're 2 minutes from jumping off of a 50-foot building. You see where I'm going? Because you don't know people. And Mr. Andra, it's obvious. Your wives didn't know you. So what we have to ask ourselves, the new wife. Oh, my. Woo, honey. You got to be wondering what the hell is going on. Houston man facing charges of bigamy after his wife scrolling through Facebook discovered that he was married to another woman. Marcus Andra Shorten, 53, currently married to at least 2 women, is facing charges of bigamy, cops said. Third wife Tammy says she uncovered her estranged spouse's other marriage while scrolling through social media. However, she also claims the ceremony happened after she confronted her estranged husband with the fact she knew about his upcoming wedding. Allegedly, she reminded him they were still wed, but he went through with the bigamous nuptials anyway. Shorten wed his third wife, Tammy, in 2012, but separated in 2019. See, each article is different. This one says 2019, and another one said 2017. So excuse the discrepancies, because as I always tell you, you're getting a version. So I don't really know what's what. She claimed the pair never formally divorced because Shorten feared being viewed as a failure. Police confirmed they're looking for Shorten, who was charged with a third-degree felony. He faces up to 10 years in jail if convicted, is charged with fines up to $100,000. So he is currently married to 2 different women. He is in a wedding photo with an African-American female with a veil and wedding dress on. And this picture was taken in January of this year. So basically, the commentary is that the wedding to this lady this year is a fraud because he never divorced Tammy. A wedding photo appears to show Shorten and a woman with a wedding party at a marriage registry earlier this year. Tammy, who chose not to show her face, told the police she uncovered her spouse's alleged crimes on social media. However, by Tammy's account, the ceremony happened after she said she confronted her estranged husband with the fact she knew about his upcoming wedding, as I just repeated. He went through it anyway, just repeating the same information. Married in 2012, separated in 2019, if that is accurate. The point is the obvious. Thank you all so much for joining the Vault XL. Happy Sunday. New wife, let me talk to you, because I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to go backwards. We'll start to the front and go back. New wifey, how long have you been dating Mr. Marcus? Because when I go to his Facebook page, I can't pull up everything because I'm not his friend. I thought about befriending him, but I don't need none of my personal information floating around because Queen, I do not play nice. So therefore, I'm not getting into that business. I don't see any pictures of any women. I go in your photo album, there's not one picture of you posing with a female. But that's obvious. You knew not to pose with anybody because you're still married to wife number 3, Tammy. So you can't pose with anybody without somebody talking, running back, telling it. There are people who obviously know you two are still married. So wife number 4, how long have you been dating Marcus? Number 1, where did you meet him? Did he tell you he was still married to the last wife? How in the world, sir, did you get a marriage license to marry wife number 4 when you are still married to wife number 3? Who the hell is running the courthouse in Houston? That's just something dirty about Houston, Texas, or Texas in general. Every time I look up, I see the worst stories pertaining to law enforcement and children coming out of Texas and the Houston area. You all have a jurisdiction problem with your phone lines when it comes to calling 911, routing calls to ask a simple question about a case. I've noticed that. You all need to get it together out there, because this is another prime example of system failure. No way he should have been able to marry wife number 4 and he's still legally married to wife number 3. So now you got to question the other marriages. 3 on back to 1. Is he legally divorced from those ladies? Well, the news says no divorce decrees. So how is he married even to wife number 3? Now let's go there. Wife number 3, you're probably not legally married to him either. Ding, ding, ding. Uh-oh. Come on with it, Queen. Lord, it's about to be some smoke in the city. Wife number 3, if there are no divorce decrees, then you're not married. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. 4 marriages. So I don't really know what I'm reading or what I'm saying. Damn. Let me go back again. My head is spinning.
We see.
Sorry about that. Let's hear this again about these divorces, because I think I think the information is tangled up some type of way. I don't think they're getting all the truth about this, about him. Because I don't think anybody can tell you the truth because don't nobody know a damn thing.
The only problem, he was still married to her. Now, her husband is facing a rare bigamy charge.
Hold on, you guys.
Only on 13, a woman tells us she found out through Facebook that her husband was getting remarried. The only problem, he was still married to her. Now, her husband is facing a rare bigamy charge. ABC 13's Jessica Willie is live. Jessica, you heard from the wife. What did she have to say here?
Yeah, according to court records, Marcus Shorten has been married at least 4 times. We found divorce decrees for 2 of those marriages, but right now Houston police allege that he is married to 2 women.
So she said they found 2.
T13's Jessica Willie is live. Jessica, you heard from the wife. What did she have to say here?
Yeah, according to court records, Marcus Shorten has been married at least 4 times. We found divorce decrees for 2 of those marriages, but right.
So they found 2 divorce decrees. Sorry about that. Some of this information is different each article. Okay. 2 divorce decrees. So let's go there. Is he even divorced? Because see, this is going hand in hand. Fake marriages, fake divorces. You can't say you can't have both. I brought you commentary a week or 2 ago of a very nasty mistress sending the wife information of a ring and telling her, "Oh yeah, I got your man. We're married." Blah blah blah. So she told on herself. That's why she has a charge coming out of Texas too. Texas is mean. Well, they say everything's big in Texas, obviously. Big lies, big fraudsters. Texas. Go to Texas, the trash is big. So 4 marriages, wife number 3 is still married to him. So that means you had to also provide a fake divorce bingo card. What did I just say? You can't have one without the other. In order to get married to wife number 4, Mr. Andra had to provide paperwork to the court that he was divorced from Tammy, which is not true. And I brought you content a week or so ago of a man who divorced his wife, and he took the mistress to stand in for the wife, pretending to be the wife. And then they went and got together, married, or whatever. What is going on out here? See, this is why you need to divorce your spouse. I don't believe in that wrangling around, sleeping on couches, and we're in this one in this room, this one in that room. I hear all type of crazy stuff. People still living in the house together, but they're divorcing. I'm not trying to be funny, But I hear this a lot with white people living in the house together and divorcing. Let me say this, and this is not to speak about everybody white or everybody black. Most black folks couldn't do that. I'm just going to keep that real. Most black folks cannot stay in the house with somebody they're divorcing. It's going to be some furniture moving around, if you understand what I'm saying. Even if it's not violent or been any violence. I don't recommend it for obvious reasons. Get your stuff and get out. One of you needs to leave. Because I don't recommend two people in the house legally married. They're not sleeping together. They're not having relations. They're not talking. They're just walking around like roommates until they settle their estate and all that. That's how things go bumping at night, if you understand where I'm going. So instead of ending up a YouTube video, one of you needs to remove yourself from the house. Just so you don't end up a true crime story. Because you don't know the mindset of people. That's why a lot of people are divorced, getting divorces. They thought they knew the person. And naturally, people change. You have the right to change. You have the right to change how you want to spend your money, what type of job you want to work, if you want children, don't want children. People divorce for all types of reasons. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction, shopping addiction, extramarital affairs. Somebody came out the closet. Somebody went back in the closet. You see where I'm going. People divorce for all types of reasons. But here we have a case of fraud. So you have to ask yourself, who is he actually legally married to? Wife number one? Because I think that's where we're going with this story. He's possibly married to only one woman, and she's far removed. So where is wife number one? That's where we need to start. We need to find a legal document that is legitimate. Because I'm going to tell you what I think. He has doctored documents after wife number one. Whether it be, I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my God. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Marcus. So much for Marsha. Well, we're past that stage. So who is he married to? Because he ain't married to wife number 4. He ain't married to wife number 3. I think it said they found 2 divorce decrees, as I correctly wrote this down. So he divorced wife number 1 legally, and he divorced wife number 2 legally. Are you sure? Just saying. Because you got to remember, I just brought you content where a man had his mistress pretend to be his wife to get a divorce. And somehow the wife found out. I don't really understand how she found out. And the divorce is not legal because she didn't sign the documents. The mistress signed them, which is a crime. And she has to go before the court. I'll bring you an update to that story. She's a busy little bee. I think she has to go to court in September. And the mistress, she's nasty. Sending text messages and voicemails about, oh yeah, I got your man, blah, blah, blah. Sending pictures of the ring. Lady, grow up. How are you proud about marrying a man, sleeping around with a married man, and then you pretended to be his wife in order for him to get a divorce, and you are proud of that? This takes sinning and fornicating to a whole new level. It's one thing to be messing around with a married person. That's already wrong. The good book says it's wrong. But damn, you're going to send the lady a picture of the wedding ring, bragging you're married to her husband, not saying, oh yeah, and by the way, I pretended to be you to get the divorce. Wow. So basically, when you go to court, she's going to give all that evidence to the judge to show the text messages, the pictures, your nasty comments in the voicemail. And what do you think the judge is going to say? Oh, him not going to be nice. Him not going to be nice at all, because he's going to say you fraudulently signed papers in somebody else's name, and that's called identity fraud. Ting, ting, ting. Then you signed a legal document. That's a charge. Ting, ting, ting. And that's funny to you. And she has the receipts. And your fingerprints are also on the paper. Wow, you can't be this stupid. All in the name of love. I love him. What Miss Sophia said in The Color Purple. I's married now. I's married now. Oh, you married, all right. You married to the court. That's who you gonna be married to. That do bill. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be this desperate to be with a man that I'm getting ready to go to a legal building and sign legal documents pretending to be the person so my man who I'm sleeping around with married can get with me and marry me. And the point is, if he'll do it to her, he'll do it to you. You cannot be this crazy. But obviously you are. Oh, thank you, Roses. Nothing wrong with a little humor on Sunday. Sinning Sunday. That's what this episode should be called. 2 divorce decrees. So I'm assuming he's divorced, wife 1 and 2 legally. But you know, my mind always resorts to the obvious. If you can forge documents that you're marrying someone, you could also do the same for the divorce. So prove to Queen these are legal divorce documents, because that's what the average person is going to say to himself or herself. If the person can doctor fake documents to get married, there's no way you're going to sit here and believe the divorce decrees, because you really can't have one without the other. So I don't know if I believe that the divorce decrees are real. Just saying. If they are, bring a receipt. Andra, Mr. Marcus Andra Shorten, you are a nurse. You work with the public. Have you been going to work, sir? Because I think it would be awfully odd for you to be showing up to work with this charge looming over your head. And you have not been arrested. So are you hiding out? Where are you hiding, sir? Marcus Shorten, football. It's under his name on Facebook. He sounds delightful. Lives in Houston, Texas. From Houston, Texas. Joined September 15th. About information. No schools to show, no workplaces. Check-ins. Houston, Texas, 2020. July 20th. Michael E. DeBakey, Veterans Medical Center. Please tell me you do not work with the veterans. But you are a veteran, are you not? Ding, 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 ding. Or you went there for your own medical visit. Sweet Jesus, help me. May 31st, you posted to Facebook, receiving a reward in your blue smocks. 112 comments. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Best beard. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Great work. Congratulations to you, fam. Congratulations. You deserve it, says Felicia. Chew my paw off. Congratulations. Thank you for all you do. Congratulations. Congrats. 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 Congratulations. Love this. Yes, sir. 2 people clapping their hands. Where's the whiskey bottle? Congratulations. Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. Congratulations, Marcus. Nowhere do I see anybody saying anything like, dude, why do you have an arrest charge? That's what you should be posting on here. Ting, 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 ting. Thank you for all you do. You are a nurse, are you not, sir? Male nurse. Imagine that. So much for Nurse Betty. Virginia says, great picture 15 weeks ago. Look at you, darling. Somebody else says, you got a beard? Gotta be them women commenting. Who is this lady I'm looking at, this short silver haircut? Hope you're not the one dating him. Hopefully you're a relative. Virginia. Who's Virginia? Just curious. I don't know. Oh, she a chocolate old lady, is she not? Might be a relative or friend. Yeah, she's hugging some guy in 2018. Got her hand under his chin. Love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Of course, that's 6 years ago. So I don't know who she is to Mr. Andra. I don't want to talk too fast. Somebody be like, that's his cousin. Look like she's standing with somebody in the military in 2017. Looks like he has on a Navy outfit. Congratulations to the guy. Congratulations, mom. So I guess this is her son. So mom has a military son. Don't know who she is to Andra. Andra, what is going on? Standing here February 28th in a hospital. Hospital bed in the background. Corridor. You got on your smocks, mask under your chin, and you are a nurse somewhere. Mary says 18 weeks ago, hey, Marcus Shorten, how are you? I need a job. Any openings? Run on census. I don't know if they're going to hire you. United States Marine Corps. Oh, I'm sorry. He was a Marine. Thank you for your service. I'm scared to ask what you were doing in the Marines. Angela, that's not nice. I'm just saying. I don't know what the hell you was doing in the Marines. Just looking at all these pictures. We're going back to December 2023. This is when you would have been announcing your engagement to the wife number 4. Where is she? See if she says anything on these Facebook pages. I won't know who she is if she puts a like up here. Murder. Lord, Lord, Lord. Woo. Boy, you people know y'all be doing the most. Facebook is hell. I ain't lying. Facebook is something else. Jeepers creepers. Ooh, she got all kind of wild hairdos. Go, sister. Interesting. Hey, Brad. How are you? Where is the female? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why don't you have any female pictures? This is strange to me. You just got married this year. I don't see any pictures. November 26th, Marcus Shorten created a fundraiser. National Breast Cancer Foundation, Inc. Don't have respect for women, but want to put a fundraiser up for breast cancer. You can't make this stuff up. November 9th, 2023, updated your profile picture to your old Marine photograph. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. You all are thanking a liar. Thank you for fighting for my country. And thank you for being a liar. I bet you Tammy's not thanking him. How about that? Just saying. Tammy, where are you? Where is that new wife? I'd love to talk to her. All these women thanking him for his service. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm stopping. I can't count no more. A lot of women friends. Ooh, you got all kind of good friends, ain't you? Nikki, Jackie, Latasha, Glenda, Tanya, Jocelyn, Betty. Are y'all hearing what the Queen is saying to you? This was 2 years ago. So he uploaded that picture, I guess, 2 years ago. All these people thanking him for his service. Nothing but a bunch of girls. It's a few men, but it's more women. Tasha, Cassandra, Nakisha, Love, Erica, Kiara, Kimberly. My fingers just scrolling. Damn. Krista, Yolanda, Joanne, another Krista, Rochelle. Oh my gosh. Sharon, Susan, Phyllis, Tiffany, Ramona, Andrea, Londa, Tawana, Charlotte. Oh my goodness. I know somebody in the chat like, Queen, please stop it. Damn. Tasha, Rose, Deborah. What the hell? Damn. You got a lot of friends. Got a lot of friends, homeboy. 2 women, 35 weeks ago. Great picture. Nice picture. Wow, 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 wow. Whew. Marcus, what's going on with you? Then he has the nerve to stand by Marine military memorabilia last year in June in loving memory of the few, the proud with wings, Semper Fidelis. I don't understand this. I don't understand none of this. Thank you and all that joined you for your service, classmate, a year ago. Now, somebody said, Marcus, I thought you were in the Air Force. Yeah, I thought he was in the Air Force too. I don't know. So which is it? I guess he just wanted to stand beside him. Well, his shirt says Marine. Marine veteran on his shirt. Who knows? But he has a uniform where he does look younger. Andra replies, a year ago. Hi, Marcus. Miss working with you. Another person. Got a heart with the hands going around it a year ago. Felicia, nice picture. Yeah, he's smoking a cigar. He's something else, all right. Cat daddy. I guess. Lord help. Lord don't want none of this. Ooh, all that makeup. Jeez. You just really don't know. You don't know people. That's what I was thinking about when I was listening to the other story. How people get misled by people. And that's what you have here. Just people misleading people. You don't know people. You have no idea what people are about out here. And that's what's the problem here. With Marcus. Hello, T-Love. How are you? We have a 53-year-old black man who has been charged with bigamy in the state of Texas. Is a nurse, from what I see on his Facebook page. He's also a veteran. He has 4 wives under his belt. But the wife number 3, Tammy, alias, says she has never divorced him. And she found out that he was marrying a woman through Facebook. Imagine scrolling through Facebook, the dirty book, lie book, to see your husband on a registry with another woman. So now I have to ask myself, Tammy, whose page were you on to find this information? Because people think places like Houston, Atlanta is big. Nah. You'd be surprised the things you can find out about people. Bump into people. And the thing of how secrets get out is that people talk. So for her to be scrolling Facebook, she had to have been on somebody's page. Something? How'd she find it? How did she find it? How did she find the registry with her husband on it with another woman? Help me understand. So, Tammy, you left that part out on Facebook during a news interview, excuse me. You didn't tell them how you actually found your husband on a page with another woman. Friend of a friend page, what? Somebody tagged your friend in a post, a picture? I'm confused. But nonetheless, just imagine seeing that in live color. Oh, that black man looks familiar. Oh, yeah, that's my husband. Shut your mouth. Imagine that. And then some people might say, well, what's the big deal, lady? You ain't been with him. Y'all been separated for at least 7 years, 5 years, whatever the number is. What do you care? Y'all ain't sleeping together. Y'all ain't making love. You ain't making children. He ain't got no children with you. Who cares? Well, it's principle. Most will say it's principle and it's legalities. You can't be married to wife number 4 when you haven't divorced wife number 3. So, ma'am, do you still have feelings for him? God, I hope not. Wife number 4, where are you? You must be devastated. You have been slumbering with a fraud. Because now you know you ain't married to Marcus. Marcus, what you feeling right now? All of this is a big old mess. I don't care how you weigh it. It's a big, fine blob of a mess. Because guess what? Wife number 4, whether she knew he was legally married to the other woman, thought he got divorced, whatever, because you don't know what people tell you. And naturally, you're supposed to always ask for a receipt. Let's say you've been messing around with a man, and he say he's separated, they ain't been together. However the lie spins, you're supposed to do what? If you watch this channel, you know what I always say. Bring me a receipt. So that's what you should have done, wife number 4. If he told you he was married, they've been separated, woo, 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 when you decided you wanted to get married, before you even got a marriage license, you should have said, I need to see a legal document that you are legally divorced from her. Wife number 3. You cannot take a person for their word. As some guy was saying on YouTube, got a YouTube channel. I was scrolling through the queue the other day, and he said, I think it's time women start asking for background checks. Well, maybe so. I need your fingerprints, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who you're tangling yourself up with. This is how a lot of people end up in dire situations. They get hurt, they get shot, they get stabbed, they get hoodwinked, bamboozled, money stolen, identity stolen, because they don't know who they're talking to. And it doesn't matter where you meet them, as I keep trying to explain to people. Everybody keeps going, losing their mind about the date site. These people still walk around. They still eat. They still go to the gym. They still have jobs. So it ain't all about the date site. A crook is a crook, okay? The date site, social media, it's all the same. Just an easier way to meet people. Scam people, that's all. But a crook is a crook. If they weren't using a date site, they'd be using another avenue. If they weren't using Facebook, IG, they'd use another avenue. Hello, people know how to talk. They know how to conversate. How you doing, Miss Lady? You looking mighty pretty. Like your dress, like your hair. You got a boyfriend? Hell, old school way. Damn. You want something, you like something, you know how to talk. And most men know how to talk. And I won't doubt Mr. Marcus, he's probably a smooth black man. He probably do a lot of complimenting when he sees something he likes. Oh, that's a beautiful dress you have on. Oh, I love your necklace. Oh, you smell so good today, Miss Lady. He's probably very mannerable. He probably opens doors for ladies. Oh, I bet you that's who Mr. Marcus is. Marcus, are you that guy? You open doors for the ladies? You compliment them? I mean, he ain't no morning star. I'm going to say that. He ain't, in my book. He ain't nothing I'd fall down in the floor over, but, like they say, to each his own. Hell no. But how bad would that be? You get yourself tangled up with somebody, and they really not your cup of tea, but you date them anyway because they appeared nice, okay? And then you get yourself tangled up, riled up, and look at this lady, wife number 4, she done married him, and you got you a straight damn mutt. Literally. Because if a person's not honest enough to tell you they're not legally divorced, they provide fake documents, you're dealing with a fraudster. Don't matter how nice they seem, don't matter how they treat you, they're a liar. And you can't have anything successful with a liar. Bottom line. I don't care who it is. I don't care the nature of the relationship. Person can't tell you the truth about nothing, you in bad shape. So Marcus, what's up with the divorce papers from wife number 3? Because you had to have had documentation in order to get the marriage license to wife number 4. And I have that picture posted in this information I'm looking at. The marriage license to wife number 4, but you had to have had legal documentations of a divorce from wife number 3. So we know you couldn't have divorced Tammy because Tammy said she never signed a divorce paper. So they said they found 2 divorces. So who are those ladies? 1 and 2? Must be, because he's on number 4. So that only leaves wife one and wife two. I'm starting to get confused, getting old. You know, this is this is a dirty game of hopscotch. Twister. That's what this is. Put your foot over here. No, put your arm over here. Lord have mercy. What is going to become of this debacle with Marcus Andra Shorten, 53, Houston, Texas? Will he get arrested? Will he get a bond? What is he going to tell the judge? I hope you don't go to court telling the judge what you told the news. Because you told the news, I ain't married to none of them. Well, I'll be damned. Hey, why y'all laughing? He might be telling the truth. Because what did I just say? You had to have a divorce from 3 to get the license for number 4. So are these fake divorce documents that the news is speaking on? Damn, shut your mouth. Lord, can you imagine that? I want you to just let that sit right there. Hey, I just brought you a story of a fake divorce document the other week. The man had his mistress stand in as his wife to sign the divorce papers. So what they say, the block is hot, literally. The block is hot, H-O-T-T. It's sad we live in a world where you can't love people. You can't care for people. You can't be genuine. You can't be trusting. You can't reveal yourself to people because you don't know what you're getting in return. You don't know who you're talking to. And we hear these stories all the time of people being hoodwinked and bamboozled, lied to. He's walking around with 5 kids, 10 children, old child support, on the run, criminal record, DUIs, drug charges, sexual assault charges, just all type of foolishness. And you're telling yourself, sweet Jesus, what have I done? Who am I sleeping with? A monster, a walking, talking monster. You know, nobody's perfect. But these are things that shouldn't even be happening. Just get a divorce. So that's my advice to anybody listening to this live stream. You're unhappy. It's not working out. At some point, you separate, whether still in the house, out of the house, separate locations. You two need to set a plan of how long you're going to play this cat and mouse game of separation. Set a timeline. If in that timeline you two still can't come to an agreement, you need to file paperwork and follow it through the way the law is. Such as in North Carolina, you cannot just go to the courthouse to say you want to divorce your wife or husband. You have to legally be living outside of that domain that you shared with him or her for 1 year. Imagine that. So that's where a person can definitely commit fraud. I got to get the hell up out of here. Hell no, I want to wait a whole damn year to divorce this person. You know, I had a friend who went through that. I shared that story with you all the other day. Damn nonsense. Got a rat living in your house and you can't even put him out. Because the judge, he got a son and they don't want to disrupt his schooling. You getting out of here. By all means necessary. It's bad enough we got squatting laws. People can't get people out their house who break in their house, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because then the laws for breaking and entering don't count if you say a squatter can stay in your house. So now you got a maid in your house you can't get rid of. And then the law says, well, if they've gotten mail there for a year, they stay there. So now I want you out of my house and you won't leave. Most people will leave because they know the game. I don't want trouble. I don't want the police called. I'm going to go. And frankly, that's what I would do. The person tells me they no longer want to be married, whatever, then I'm going to try my best to make provisions for myself. Now, I get it. A woman has children. She needs a place to keep her children. So you can't expect the woman to just go to the street and she's got a whole house. So usually the man still ends up paying the due bill at that house. But as you see, we're in an economy where, yes, it would be hard to be paying a mortgage on a house and then you got to go out here and get you an apartment or a hotel. That's not going to work. It's not going to last. But this is bad business here with Mr. Marcus. Because what we have to ask ourselves, he's been married 4 times. He's denying all marriages. That would make me think he's either delusional, he thinks he's slick, or he ain't married to all four. Even the documents for the divorces are fraudulent. Because what did I just say? You can't have one without the other. So I'm figuring in my mind, are those divorce papers that they found, are they legitimate? He's a liar. He found a way to marry wife number 4 without being divorced for wife number 3. So why would I think the other 2 divorce papers you found are legitimate? Checkmate. Pay attention to the details. He's a fraudster. Either way, even if those divorces are legitimate, he's still a fraudster because he married wife number 4 and still married to wife number 3. Does he have children? I do believe I found a young man that looks like Mr. Marcus on Facebook. He's in the military too, if I'm not mistaken. What are you teaching your son? What values are you teaching your son? To be a liar and a deceiver. You're not a good role model, sir. I don't care that you served in the armed forces. We have lying veterans, scheming veterans, horse veterans, thieving veterans, sexual assaulters that are veterans. That's just a title. A title is just that, a title. What a hot mess. Where is wife number 4? Who is she? Who is this black lady in this evening gown, wedding gown? Ma'am, did you know about wife number 3? Did you also know about wife number 2 and wife number 1? Did you ask for proof that he was divorced from wife number 3, ma'am? Where are you all now? You have to have watched the news. Somebody's had to told you they're looking for your husband. Sir, how are you going to be on the run if you have a job? You're a nurse, allegedly, wearing smocks. You're standing with a person getting an award. Hell, if I didn't see that white man handing you that award, I'd say that'd be made up because you're probably good at lying and making up stuff. See, people like this are dangerous because they sit and find ways to concoct stuff. And people like this, there's no help for them. This nonsense Tammy's spitting on the news about, he didn't want his family to know he's a failure and blah, blah, blah. So what? So what? You can't get it right. Then that means you probably need to remain single. And see, then you have to ask yourself that. What are you doing on wife number 4? Why were you separated from wife number 3 for so many years? Why not just get the divorce and keep it moving? What's the problem? You're not happy? She not happy? But she tells us, oh, he wanted to stay married. But how are you two going to stay married and you're not even living in the same house? Help me understand. I hear all type of crazy stories from Americans. I'm not going to be married to a man and we live in separate houses. That's out. I'm not going to be married to you and we're sleeping in different rooms. We might have a fight. I get mad, go in another room and sleep in my bed, or you decide to go sleep in another bed, but this ain't getting ready to go on no every damn night. You hear people saying that, oh, I sleep on the sofa, she sleep in the bed, or he got his own room. I hear that. Who's up here on the live the other night talking about them and their husbands sleep in separate beds? I said, damn. Of course, everybody got their reasons, do they not? He snores, he's got sleep apnea, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, we need to get him some help. Well, who just want to meet up to do a little hanky-panky and then you go back to your room and I go back to my room? I'm thinking somebody I met years ago, and it was obvious that when we would talk on the phone, she was in a room by herself at night without a husband. And the first thing I was thinking was, where is her husband sleeping? Now, they had a big old house, nice house. So I thought, damn, he's sleeping in another room? Why? Of course, I never asked because it's none of my business. But I just noticed we would talk at night. I'd never hear the husband talking. So she had, I think, alluded to the fact he had his own room. And I thought, Lord, what kind of relationship is this? Then they come to church together, sit together like a happy family. But hell, didn't nobody know they were sleeping in different rooms. Why? And I also believe he had some vision trouble. So the first thing Queen thinks, well, hell, he can't see where he's going. So what? Shut up, Angela. Shut your mouth, Queen. I don't know what's going on. Lord, who's in charge of this show? Okay. Marcus, why are you denying being married to these women? Are you not married to any of them? Have you also doctored fake divorce documents? That's what I'd like to know. And wife number 4, how do you feel knowing you are not legally married to Marcus Andra Shorten? Do you have children? What do you do for a living? Where do you all live? In a house, apartment, condo? Do you share bank accounts? God, I hope not. Because this ain't somebody you want to share no bank account with. Ting, 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 ting. Same thing with wife number 3. Did you all share bank accounts? I heard somebody tell me that last year. This guy who's just an utter fool to me. You divorced from a woman. You talk bad about her like a dog. Your kids talk about her like a dog, their own mother. Don't know what really happened. And then he tells me that they share a bank account. They had an account from, years ago, and he never took his name off of it. Then there was some type of fraud that happened. And she said, well, I think it's when I went and traveled over to Africa or something. Somebody debited something. I just was listening like, you know what? There's a fool born every damn day. First of all, I'm not married to you. So I'm taking my name off of anything alongside your name. We're not getting ready to share bank accounts. You're not getting ready to be on life insurance policies. We're not going to share credit cards. We're not getting ready to share anything. And the day I decide that I no longer care for you or you have disrespected me and I know it's time for me to hit the road, your name is removed from anything that my name sits beside. You can believe that. I will remove myself legally off any documentation. And that's where people mess up. It's holding on and still got people on documentations. That's why some women, live in a house separate and never divorce the husband. The husband has a good job, good pension. She wants that damn money, so she won't divorce him. I've heard all kind of stories in my 50-something years of living. Honey, my husband got a good job. I ain't divorcing him. I thought, well, he a fool because I would divorce you. I don't love you. I don't want to be with you. Why would you want somebody to get your pension? For what? Your kids are grown. Get the divorce and move on. Just get the divorce and move on. You have no plans on reconciling. You have no plans on reuniting. Get the divorce and know the laws in your state, because a lot of people don't know the laws. And a lot of people don't want to divorce because they're worried about alimony, child support. Well, that comes with the territory. You knew all this when you jumped up, got married, had children. There's a price to pay. And as my father always said, you're going to pay for the kitty cat regardless. Shut your mouth. God rest his soul. That's right. Because a lot of men think that. I ain't giving up no money. You paid for the wife and kids when you were with her. But now you're divorcing and you don't want to pay nothing. You want to go on the run and go underground. Who does that? Hide real estate and monies and stocks and stuff. Come on, too old for that. You were okay with her knowing everything about you when you were with her. Now you're getting a divorce. You're hiding stuff, selling stuff. Lying about your pay. Lying about properties, real estate you own. You don't want the wife to get part of the business or a stupid motorcycle. I mean, really? That's what you think of a woman? That's what you think of your children? Children's mother? Vice versa, husband? Just bow out. That's my advice. Just bow out. Well, now that wife number 3 knows that he married wife number 4, she also needs to look into the legalities of the other marriages to make sure she is actually married to him. Because the point is, if he was able to marry wife number 4, that means he took fake documents. He had to. Because it should come up in the registry through the clerk's office that he's still married to wife number 3. He wouldn't have been granted a marriage license for wife number 4 unless they went out of the jurisdiction and married in another state, such as Louisiana. Is that what happened? They went to another state and got a marriage license. Could be. I believe that's what happened in the case I brought you a week or so of the man who had the mistress stand in and pretend to be the wife. That nonsense took place, I think, in Louisiana. And she lived in Texas. And they are neighboring states. So you know you haven't legitimately divorced your wife or husband. You could just mosey on over to the neighboring state, use fake addresses such and such, use a person to stand in and say, oh yeah, I'm the wife, I'm the husband. But where that's a problem, the clerk didn't ask for ID. That's a wicked story. Please check out that live stream I did on that about a week or 2 ago. Because that's baffling to me. That a clerk didn't ask for an ID. So now you got to ask yourself, what ID did the mistress give to the clerk while pretending to be this man's wife to sign the divorce documents or the lawyer's office, however it went? People are wicked. And what you have to tell yourself, if a man would do this, have his mistress stand in as his wife to sign false, fraudulent divorce papers, he's capable of anything. So today we're talking about fake documents. Next thing we know, he's sitting up here writing up life insurance policies and possibly have knocked you off. Better wake up. You better know the person you're sleeping with. And that's the point. How will you know? How are you going to know somebody's plotting your death? See, these things lead to things. And a lot of people may laugh. Oh, Queen, that's kind of extreme. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if you can forge documents, you are capable of much more. And that's the point. And you see this happening every day. It's stair steps. One day it's fraudulent taxes, IRS forms, fake legal marriages, divorces. Then here comes insurance policies. Now we got somebody missing, somebody dead. Better wake up. Better know the enemy. Because sometimes the enemy is sleeping with you. Riding along with you in the front seat of your car. Riding in the back seat of your car. Your friend, your family, a co-worker, neighbor. You don't know people. There was a story I found. I may try to squeeze it in the title if I can. Could put it in the crime vault because it's older content. I haven't found an update to this story of a court date of this lady. But I want to play you some audio to show you you don't know people and that you need to be very leery of the people you slumber with, whether it's a relationship, a hookup, or marriage. You need to be aware. You see that something's not right. Something isn't adding up with where they've been, where they're going. Text messages, voicemails, people knocking on doors, stopping by, phones ringing in the night, ringing all day. They don't answer the phone. You need to be aware that you may be hoodwinked and bamboozled by this person that you say you love, loves you. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $Bigamy 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Let's hear some more nonsense. This information you're about to hear is quite baffling. But it's to show you you don't know people. And once again, this is a story coming out of Houston. Fox 26 is the source. It's an older story, everybody.
Well, a surprise twist today for a murder suspect in Spring, Texas, caught in a love triangle.
A woman accused of killing her lover over his other lover finds out that he had a wife all along with you. Fox 26's Tiffany Justice live with this deadly affair. And the wife saying the Emmy's office finally released the body to her after confusion over who was the real wife. A love triangle leaves a spring man dead. The Harris County Sheriff's Office saying an adult female, Karin Stewart, advised responding deputies that she shot her husband after he told her he was in love with another woman. That other woman was with him at the time. Karin Stewart is now in jail, charged with murder, bond set at $75,000. The love triangle unfolding as investigators learn more. Stewart is a girlfriend of James Hartgrove, the victim. James married but recently separated.
I got the call that my husband had been shot, and they took me to Northwest. He didn't make it. It's very hard to believe. We've been married for 14 years. It's very hard to believe.
Sandra Hartgrove, the wife, is in disbelief, saying they separated in November and that she was unaware of the other women.
I've never met the person. I have no idea. My knowledge is that she's a caregiver.
She says James was her best friend and they spoke every other day.
Talked to him every other day. I haven't really seen him since my nephew's wedding, but I talked to him every other day. He just recovered from COVID. He had been in the hospital. He was there 5 months. He couldn't walk. He had 2 heart attacks, a stroke, his kidneys failed, and he had just recovered from all of that. So for him to make it through all of that, to end like this, is really just hard.
Funeral services are set for this weekend. Stewart has been charged with felony murder. Reporting live to be Justice Fox 26 News.
Now that's a story that you're probably not going to be able to quite understand because it's confusing. We're talking about 3 women total. That's why I got lost. I had to re-listen, go pull up an article to make it make sense. Let's dig into the belly of the beast. Thank you for joining me. One moment, please. Hope you all are well. Prayers to the Jackson family. Kyrie Jackson died in a tragic car wreck. He was a rookie for a pro football team. Please check out my shorts in the YouTube queue on Taylor Casey missing in the Bahamas. Daniel and Kristen Muir case of their son Bryson. Bryson is now in the state's custody. Please check out that content. Missing teen out of Tennessee, found in Hendersonville. 17-year-old has been arrested. His name has not been released. Miss Bostick, prayers to her family. One second, everybody. Long ways looking up all this information. A few people have died dealing with fireworks, too. Just nonsense. You know, you should never put fireworks in your hand or on your head. Young Thug RICO trial suspended indefinitely by the judge. Boy, that's a nonsense. Will Young Thug get released? Just curious. Just bringing you a few updates. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying to pull up this content. Well, I had it here. Somewhere. I got so much. And so many things. Oh, wow. This is crazy. I can't find it. Well, this is odd. Don't have to. Let's see. Strange. I can't find the article. This is bizarre. I'll have to go to Google. I thought I had it. Sorry about that, everybody. It's a very bizarre case, I must admit. Let me see. Okay. This was published May 10th, 2022. A murder allegedly involving a Texas man, his purported wife, and his girlfriend took an unexpected and confusing turn when a third woman came forward claiming to be the male victim's real wife. Karin Stewart, 51, African-American female, was arrested Saturday on a charge of murder when she allegedly confessed to killing a man she identified as her husband, James Hargrove, after he brought home another woman and professed his love for her. So as you heard in that earlier video of the lady who's the actual wife, she said she thought this woman here who did the killing, Karin, she thought she was his caregiver. So obviously he must have told people she was a caregiver, don't know. But what's weird is you had wife number one, who you just heard in this audio I played, who said he had COVID, this and that, sad way for him to die. Her husband was living with, I believe, this Karin Stewart. And she shot him because he brought home another woman. So we're now talking about 3 women involved in this story. And he professed that he loved the lady he brought home. The deadly shooting took place at a home in the 23600 block of Buttress Root Drive in the city of Spring, just after 2:20 a.m. Saturday, KPRC reported. Harris County Precinct 4 constables who were called to the scene found Hargrove suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to Houston Northwest Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. When questioned by police, Stewart said Hargrove was her husband and that she opened fire on him in a fit of jealous rage when he told her he was in love with another woman. Hargrove's 41-year-old lover was at the house when the shooting happened, but escaped unharmed. She has not been named. During Stewart's initial court appearance Monday, a woman who identified herself as Sandra Hargrove told several local news outlets that she was James Hargrove's real wife, not Stewart. So Sandra comes forward, that's the lady you just heard in this audio, that she was his wife, not this lady, Karin. According to Sandra, she and James had been married since 2009, but separated in November. Despite the split, she said they remained best friends, talked daily, and even considered a possible reconciliation. He's still my husband, Hargrove told KPRC through tears. I mean, we have grandkids, we have kids, we have nieces and nephews. That's still my husband. Sandra said she did not know that James, who suffered from a laundry list of health issues, had been in a romantic relationship with Stewart, let alone a third woman. James' other girlfriend, who allegedly witnessed the shooting, fled for her life, told cops she thought that the man and Stewart were in an open relationship and that he wanted two women to meet. Wow. Woo! The plot thickens. Hot darn. According to wife Sandra, James had just recovered from COVID after spending 4 months in a coma. He was paralyzed for a year, had 2 heart attacks, a stroke, and kidney failure. Yeah, this man was barely holding on. Wow. Meanwhile, Stewart remained in jail Tuesday on a $75,000 bond. She's due back in court August 17th. Okay. She's charged with felony battery. 2016 in Louisiana after allegedly running over her then husband with a truck and dousing him with lighter fluid. Oh, Lord have mercy. Stewart later pleaded guilty to a downgraded charge of simple battery in that case. So she has history, Karin. I looked for information on her. I could not find a court date of this crime of her shooting this man, Mr. Hargrove. So Hargrove was sickly, obviously. Don't know what happened between him and Sandra for them to separate, but it goes back to what I said earlier. Why not get a divorce? So Sandra and James live separately. Then James goes and finds Karin, who's the caregiver, allegedly. But then he's also then picked up another woman. And you have Karin saying here that, well, the other girlfriend says, she and the man, wait, it says, stop, wait. James' other girlfriend, who allegedly witnessed the shooting, fled for her life, told the cops she thought that the man and Stewart, she thought that Stewart, the boyfriend, was in an open relationship and that he wanted the two women to meet. So when you say meet, what do you mean by that? Mystery lady. Yeah, Jesus take the wheel. Jesus don't want this wheel. Jesus don't want this one, and he don't want the first one I'm talking about. This article was so confused. This audio was so confusing because lately when I listen to audio, for some reason I just can't comprehend nothing. I think it's because I listen to so much stuff, I just can't comprehend anything anymore. That's bad. Because it's now just like white noise, everything. Talking about all this stuff up here has become white noise to the queen. I think it's just fuzz. It's just messing with my brain cells. So let's start at the beginning. For somebody that's going to come in confused. A black man is living in a house with a woman, Karin. He's sickly, obviously, but he's married to another woman, Sandra. He and Sandra have been separated for years, but they talk all the time. He brings another woman to the house who claims that he said that they were in a open relationship, him and Karin, and wanted them to meet. Karin says he told her he's in love with the other woman. So she shoots him. And the other woman escapes. Did everybody follow that? So what I have to ask myself, what did James tell Karin about their relationship? How long did they meet? How long had they been dating? How long has she been living in the house? When you see her in court, she looks about as sick as him. Her stomach is protruding out like she's got a tumor in her stomach. She's crying in her mugshot. Probably, remorseful for shooting him. Probably did love him. So how long did they date? How long were they in a relationship? Did it start off professional that she was his caregiver, then fell for him? What would make him tell the other woman that he's in an open relationship with Karin? Did him and Karin ever have menage a trois, swing? What? He really was too sick to be swinging. I'm just keeping it real. It ain't saying that he couldn't. So you got to know who's telling the truth about what. Because it sounds like James, a sick man, is also a liar. And you thinking to yourself, a person that's got kidney failure, heart failure, all these different things would be more concerned with surviving than trying to get kitty cat over here, over there. but old habits die hard. Some people just cannot get it together, even on their deathbed. And that is the worst place to be, fighting for life and just still dishonest. That's possibly why he and Sandra were not together, because he probably was just a whore, a male whore, a male horror, keeping his wee over here, over there. Because the one thing she didn't tell us in this audio is why she and James were separated, why they're good friends, best friends. Well, if you two were such best friends, why you didn't work it out and get back together or get a divorce? So this story, to me, is just as janky as the other story out of Houston, where this man has been married 4 times, tells the news he ain't married to none of them. News finds that he got 2 divorces. But what you got to ask yourself, how could he have 2 divorces? Which divorces are they? Wife 1, wife 2, what? Because it can't be wife 3, because she says she's still married to him, and now he's married to wife number 4. And wife number 4 should feel shame that he's not claiming that he's married to her. I meant to say that earlier, excuse me. So wife number 4, how do you feel that he's saying, Marcus, I ain't married to none of them? Now you go over here to this other older story from 2022. James, a sickly person, has a woman he's living with, but he's also dilly-dallying with another woman, and he's also married. So the woman he's living with, that's supposed to be the caregiver, she shoots him when he brings the other woman to the house. And that woman is saying, oh, he told me he was in an open relationship with Karin, the shooter. And then when Sandra hears wind that he's dead and been shot, she's coming forward to claim him. But Karin or whomever is saying, no, that's my husband. This is crazy to me. All of this is crazy to me. The lies people tell. This is why people can't even meet and greet, because nobody wants to be honest about who they are. How can you have something with somebody that won't even tell you the truth? I get it. Some things about you may not want people to know about your past, maybe you've had drug issues, alcoholism, maybe you had a criminal record. You don't want to talk about it, but you're in a better place. You need to be honest with people. You need to be honest. Huh? Lip lock, you're so funny. Tell your husband he's funny. But this is sickening. All this lying. People don't really think about what a person can do to you if they find out you have been lying to them. Whether it's a marriage, a mistress, adulterer, whatever it is, a hookup, people lose their mind. People get addicted to the sex. Yes, I'm saying this because a lot of these relationships are built on sex. It's not love. And people get their emotions involved thinking the person loves them when it's sex. And you all, including myself, you got to call a spade a spade. This ain't love. If you don't even feel love, you know it's not love. You just got some sick type of emotion attachment to this buzzard. And he's a buzzard. God rest his soul, but he was a buzzard. How the hell can you be sickly? Organs failing from COVID, and you're out here lying to women. See, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. That's probably why he's been suffering, because he ain't been living right. Let me tell you something. God will put something on you that man ain't never got to do nothing to you. I keep trying to tell folks that. Keep going out here doing evil shit to people, you're going to get that back. Oh, thank you, sweetie. You're going to get that back. Trust me, I know. I had an uncle. He's no longer alive. He was addicted to women. Had to have women. Even as a child, didn't have no problems with bringing other women around me. And I was a child. And it was like, what is wrong with you? See, the things you introduce to children, people don't think. You are marking children when you involve them in nefarious grown folks' business. Never told that on a live, but I'm sharing it now. He's dead. Don't matter. He was married to a woman, but he could not stop sleeping with different women. And then when people would tell me things as I got older, oh my God, he slept with this one, he slept with this one, he messed with this one. He was always buying them things, gifts, this and that. Do you know what it's like to be a teenager and have a grown woman crying to you about your own uncle and you know that he's married? And I told the lady that. She took up with me. Foolishly, my grandmother would let me go places with her. See what I mean? Aiding an adulterer. And she cried to me one day. I was a teenager. 30-something-year-old woman crying to a 15-year-old. 15, 16-year-old. How sick and pathetic is this? I love him. I love your uncle. I love him. Why? He's married to somebody else. And he can't even stay faithful to her. And then what's even more crazy, I got this lady crying to me about my own uncle who is married. And then Christmas Eve, fast forward. I can't remember when it was, a month later, same month, whatever. It was winter. My uncle is taking me all the way up to the country, before you get to Cookville, to another woman's house. So some people would say, because his wife said that to me when I told her years later what he did. She said, my God, I don't understand. Why was he taking you around these women? I don't know. Why somebody would subject a child to that? Why would you subject a child to that? So here I am sitting with my uncle in a strange woman's house on a sofa in the dark with another mistress. And he gave her an engagement ring, I believe, that night. The stories I could tell you. Make your hair stand on top of your head. Why would I want to be that special niece? Because I didn't. Because you had no right to take me around these women and you were legally married. You don't do children like that. That's why I keep telling you, you don't know people. And that's why when I give my opinion on this network, I give you my opinion according to experiences, not speculation, but real life experiences. I've dealt with people out here for 50-something years. That's where my opinions come from. It's dealing with real people who are jacked up. And I have been around nothing but liars my entire life. Just liars and grand manipulators. So I know the signs when I'm around people who are manipulators. And the thing that I find so interesting is that they think you don't know. That's the part I love. Is they think I have no idea that they are a schemer, scammer, manipulator, hustler. What's the old saying? Hustler can't hustle a hustler. So I allow it. Been in the world too long not to know when somebody's trying to hoodwink me. All that fluff. Oh, I like you. You're nice. I just want to be your friend. Really? I've seen it here dealing with this box I sit on. It's a grand hustle. The fuckery is real. And that's what people need to understand, is that it doesn't matter if it's social media, work, family, your neighborhood, your neighbor, landlord, boyfriend, girlfriend. People are people. Well, I'm just calling a spade a spade. People are people. We as people make up the government, the White House, the military, state office, municipal building, courthouse, schoolhouse. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is why I keep telling people, social media is not the problem. Social media is outer space. Social media didn't even exist without man orchestrating it. The internet, same thing. It's infinity times infinity. Man gave it life. Man gave social media life. And when you think about that, just opening up a computer, logging on, typing, going into an app, expressing your feelings, your frustrations, your hate, typing is a very dangerous thing. Going out into the world after shutting down your computer, your phone, and doing the same damn thing. Exacting hate, misery, strife, because you are torn up inside. And that's what people need to understand, why people act the way they act. You see, you really can't be shocked at the behavior of people because it's a sign that they're wounded. Everybody's got some type of baggage. I don't care who you are. Somebody's got a hang up or insecurity. They got something going on. But when you see this type of behavior here, all this shuffling from person to person and lying, this is a wounded bird. And I've seen it so many times with men. They cannot be faithful because they don't know how to trust. Somebody disappointed them in life, and 9 times out of 10, it's probably a woman. It's probably a woman. They had a not so great mother, unattentive mother, shrewd mother. Because men who I've met who hate women, in my opinion, don't know how to treat them right, they have mother issues. I remember a few years ago, this guy I met, he couldn't say one kind thing about his mother. He hated her. When I told him, I said, that's your problem right there. You're never going to be happy because you haven't resolved your issues with your mother. So any woman that comes in your path, she is doomed. And most people just don't really come out and say they hate their parents. I don't think really you should be telling strangers that. Damn, get to know me first before you start telling me you hate your mother. But he hated her because she was a drug addict. And she was cruel to him growing up in New York. I think he told me one day she put him in a trash can. He's never forgotten that. Of course he wouldn't. So he looks at women the way he looks at his mother. He can't see past go. And I told him, you're too young to have this attitude. You should let this go. If she doesn't want to talk, deal with you, call you, fine, move on. You will be happier if you just move on. You cannot make her care for you. And the sooner you realize that, the happier you will be. So it makes no sense for somebody 35 carrying around baggage about their drug addict mother. Whether she changed or not, you're still holding on to that. You're wanting her to be something she doesn't have. She can't give it to you. As Dr. Phil would say, you know, can't make somebody give you something they ain't got. So you see this in these type of men who are users, manipulators. And some you might be, they'll say, oh, I had a wonderful mother. I love my mother. Yeah, but there's still something wrong. Because how do you have a wonderful mother that treated you right? She didn't choose favoritism, and you grow up to become a whore. You saw some type of abuse and manipulation to wake up and make babies here, there, over there. Every woman you get with, you cheat on her. You see somebody in a skirt, you got to have sex with her. That's not normal. As my best friend once said, like my brother, I'm just lonely. Lonely for what? You had a wife? How you lonely? No, you like sex. It's not loneliness. Correct that. Dr. Phil says you can't be addicted to sex. I don't know. Some people might disagree with that. But you're addicted to something. Because it makes no sense to be with somebody and say you care for them, but you got to go have sex with a complete stranger. Or ex-wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You got some women, they're whores too. We're not going to leave the men out. They're little liars too. Can't keep their skirt down. Got a boyfriend, husband, and they got to be still sleeping with other men. Why? You're looking for something, and I think most people know that whatever you're looking for, you're never going to find it because it doesn't exist. So if you're not going to be happy with the one you're with, then get your luggage and get the hell on. And some men will tell you they can't be faithful, so they don't have a girlfriend. They don't have a wife. I respect you more if you can be honest and just say that. Hey, I know I'm a whore. I like to throw it around. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to be responsible for a woman. I don't want to be nobody tracking my every movement. That's why a lot of guys don't want to be in relationships because they say, well, I want to do what I want to do. Well, let's be truthful. There's no such thing as doing what you want to do. At some point, you got to stand account for something. You got to pay bills. You got to eat. Come on. But you just don't want somebody telling you, hey, where you been? It's 11 o'clock. Where you been? Why you didn't answer your phone? That's what you don't want. You don't want to be accountable. And that's cool. Thank you, Martin. That's cool. You don't want to be accountable? Cool. But damn, show some respect. Because my thing is, treat people the way you want to be treated. And let me tell you something. There might come a time in a whorish man's life that he finally wakes up. He finally realizes, I cannot keep sleeping with all these women. And he finally falls for that one lady after 300 women he's probably had sex with. And you can best believe, as sure as I am the Vault XL, she will be the one to stick him in the throat. And he will lose his damn mind. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I love you. Well, love. Who said I loved you? You done slept with 300 women and never committed to none of them. As I told somebody that recently, I said, you want me to believe a man never found love out of 8, 9 baby mamas? Come on now. Same with that Yana Van Zant had a show on Oprah years ago on the OWN network. He's got 30 plus children, and you ain't serious about one baby mama. Come on. You want me to believe out of 30-something baby mamas, almost 29 baby mamas, there wasn't one decent black woman out of those women you could have settled down with? That's bullshit, and you know it. That's how I feel about the best friend, ex-best friend, whatever. You have slept with countless of women in this area, and you cannot stay faithful to not one. I have a problem with that. And you should be tired at 50 plus years old, putting your ding dong in every woman you can find, and you can't even say, I love her, I'm faithful to her. And the last wife, she went, I'm sure, above and beyond to support his black ass. And she deserved much better than what he gave her. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And it's dangerous now sleeping around. So let's talk about that, and I'll check out of here. All these relationships I just mentioned to you, please feel free to go back to the beginning so this video will make sense to you. I'm on topic number 2. All this slumbering around with people. More than likely, none of these people are using condoms. Because as people get older, they don't use condoms. Let's just keep it real. The young people ain't using them. Hell, the old ones ain't either. That's why older people are getting diseases and HIV. You get older, you're trusting. Oh, he ain't messing around. I can go ahead and sleep with him, no condom. Okay, well, guess what? Next thing you know, you're coming up short. You're starting to itch. You're starting to get a discharge. Now you got to think, okay, well, I ain't slept with one person. Now you got to go to him and say, hey, I think you gave me something. That's crazy as hell. Be an older person having to confront somebody about getting a venereal disease. God forbid something else. Oh, what, me? I ain't done that. You must have been with somebody else. No, Joker, I've been with you. I ain't been spreading my name around town. Now you're sitting here arguing with somebody about your kitty cat. And now you're ready to catch a charge. See, this is what people don't understand, how you can get yourself in a situation where you end up a news story. You think a lot of the people who have been arrested want an arrest record, want a felony? Who the fuck wants to wake up with a felony for murder, attempted murder? Only a fool. But you get yourself caught up with the wrong fella, wrong female, you can end up that way. So the story is deeper than just all these people tangled up with Joe Blow. What about the ramifications of sleeping around and nobody's using a condom? Now somebody's got a disease. Now somebody's got to get meds. Now they got to worry about if they got HIV because you're spreading your wee-wee around. Because I have seen so many men who will tell you they are grown. They are not boys. They do not want to use a condom. And they are white and they are black. Let me make that clear. It ain't no racial demographic. Most men do not like condoms, will not wear it, and will tell you they don't want to use it. And you foolishly oblige. This is a troubled world that we are in. And it's sad that you have a lot of decent people out here, men and women, who want to mate somebody. They want to meet somebody to share their life with. They want to build a life, have a family. But how can you when the people out here are tainted? They are wounded. They are jacked up. And you can't have something with one, a liar. You can't have anything with an addict. You can't have anything with a person that's an adulterer or can't keep their wee-wee in their pants, or the female can't keep her sugar mama in her pants. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. And then you're just making yourself miserable because all you're doing is crying and moaning and jumping up and down and screaming, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why won't you act right? And next thing you know, you're ready to pick up a damn hammer and beat him to death. And now next thing you know, you're arrested for murder. That's how it goes. And that's what the story you just heard. That lady was crying in her mug shot because she probably realized I didn't really want to kill him, but I popped off. And in Texas, they've got the passion defense. We've seen that with the lady that ran over the husband in the parking lot at the hotel many years ago. And she didn't do a lot of time. But you can put yourself in a situation where you end up getting jacked up. You can be hurt because you're lying and manipulating, or you could be the person that ends up taking a life. And you don't want to be in either position. That's why I talk to young people. I don't talk to old people and tell them nothing. Because an older person, you can't tell them shit. But young people, when I meet young people, I try to give them advice. And say, hey, this ain't the road you want. There's more to life than getting high, smoking, drinking, getting in trouble with the law. This ain't what you want for yourself. You want a good life. Life can be wonderful. You try to make the best decisions. It's not saying you're not going to have problems. It's not saying that bad things are going to happen to you, but you want to live the best life you can. You want to try to live it without breaking the law. You can have a good life. You don't want to be that bum. We got enough of them running around. You don't want to be that person. And that's what young people need to understand. Life can be great. You make the right decisions. The older people, the hell with them. Because they're just doomed, some of them. They're older and they're ignorant. And that's their choice. One thing about Queen, I don't sit up and try to tell the older person shit. I hear them talking crazy and doing crazy stuff, just like what I'm hearing in these stories. I don't even flinch. Remove myself from the conversation. Because that's one thing you can't work with is an old fool. Oh, yeah. yeah, I want to get her. Oh, yeah, I want to get with this lady because she got this, she got that. That'll be my next live stream pertaining to interracial dating. Interesting topic, dicey topic. Thank you, Trio. Goes to a conversation I had with a black male last year who wanted to use white women. Because he says, you can get by with things with white women. Well, boy, did he learn the hard way. And still went back in. Didn't think Queen knew. Queen got eyes everywhere. It's what I love about food. What did I just say? Telling you one thing and don't even know I'm looking at you. Walk out of a car with a white woman going into the store. See, I got eyes everywhere. I keep trying to tell the fools, you can't run shit over me. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, and I don't even have to leave my house because I live in a place where people talk, and they'll surely tell it. And if they don't tell it, you can definitely find out on your own. You see, that ignorant fool thought, well, I can get up, come up better. I get with some white women that's got a little money, and they'll give me some money and woo, and I'll use them. And I told him, that's your method? You think that's going to work for you? Why do you think this person owes you something and you're a grown man and you should be able to get out here and work and make your own? I said, I'm telling you, it's never going to work. Long story short, she turned on him, ended up having to call the police on him, telling law enforcement he was doing things illegal, all type of nonsense. And I told him when he told me the story, I said, what are you calling Queen for? That's all I want to know. What you calling Queen for? Tell me what? I don't want to hear it. Because that's what you wanted. You wanted a white woman. You wanted a white woman with money, nice car. And what did you get in return? Nothing. You're right. I shouldn't have done that. I've learned my lesson. And then after you hear that sob-ass story, you're somewhere incognito and he gets out of the damn SUV with the white woman after he done talked about it like a dog. See, he's a dirty motherfucker. So he rung my phone again. I said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever call my fucking phone. Because you just nasty. You're a user and you're nasty. We don't have nothing to talk about. I said, because you're going to get somebody hurt one day. And if you keep fucking around with that white lady, she going to get you killed. You're down here in a holler in the country parts where ain't a lot of black folks, and you down here using somebody. I said, that white woman could get you killed, get you gone, get somebody to come help bury you, and nobody would know nothing. Hey, where's dude? I ain't heard from him. He ain't answering his phone. Sure ain't. I told him you're a fool. You like drama. And that wasn't the only incident with the white lady. It was an incident before that with some other people. Some nonsense I don't want to repeat on the live. But he is marked. That's the point I'm trying to make. That when you find a person that's always got some drama, you need to run like hell. Because I see those same signs with another person I've known. Every time you talk to the person, you can go 4 months, 5 months, never speak to them. And the first time they come around, they got a sob story of what Pookie Ray did to him, what Karin did. And the first thing you're thinking is, every time I talk to you, you got some bullshit. Street drama. That's why I like being to myself. That's why I don't keep no company. I don't run in other people's homes and houses, cars. I like a copacetic living because I like peace of mind. I don't like drama. So you get to coming around me, calling me with that he said, she said shit, you about to be talking to the air. But I don't want to hear it. I get enough of that up here on YouTube. With these fucking imaginary ass fuck folks up here. Because this whole wire is miserable. From the chat to the creators. Straight misery. So you think when I shut this computer off, I'm getting ready to go out here in the street and continue to deal with the same type of people? Hell no. Hell no. Do I make mistakes? Of course. Am I perfect? No. But there comes a point when you have to own the part you play. And that's my message to you today. Own your part. Own the part you play with people. Because one thing I've learned, we cannot continue to cry and moan about how people treat us and we allow them to do dirty shit to us and then we go back in. We have to say to ourselves, I deserve better. I am worthy. And that's what's sad about these two stories I have brought to you. Everybody in the story knew something about these men that wasn't right. That's the reason why Marcus has 4 wives. Because obviously he had problems with these women. And he just kept going from woman to woman to woman to woman. And now he has a charge of bigamy in Houston and wanted by the police and has not turned himself in. And now he's denying that he's been married to any of the women. He's facing 10 years in jail and $100,000 in fines if the judge decides to follow through and he gets arrested. That's on him. And if any woman dated him knowing he was married to another woman, you chose that life. So that's on you as well. As for this Karin lady, don't really know what was going on with her and this James guy. He's no longer alive because she murdered him 2 years ago. But he was married to another woman. So then you got to ask yourself, did she know about Sandra? Sandra said she didn't know about these 2 women. So what did he tell Karin? How long was she living with him? How long was she his caregiver? Was she his caregiver? Like I said, when you see her in court, she looks just as sick as he probably looked. Her stomach protruding out like she's 8 months pregnant. You can tell she's not pregnant. She's got a tumor. Looks like she's a tumor in her stomach. She looks sick. So you got the blind leading the blind. And then one day, she says he comes home with another woman, talking about I love her. And so she shoots him several times, kills him, crying in the mug shot over food. And more than likely, she saw signs with him too. Because you just don't wake up one day and bring another woman in your house to say, hey, I want this lady here. You got to go. He's been a dog. Thank you. You're welcome, baby. He's been a dog. And to hear his wife speak about him, you would think he was an angel. Oh, I didn't know about these other women, and we've been separated for years, and we talk every day, and blah, 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 blah. He's my best friend. Huh? He your best friend, and why y'all ain't together? Read between the lines. He's your best friend, but he's living with another woman and now messing with another woman. But he's your best friend. Oh, we talk every day. Well, if you talked every day, you didn't ever hear another woman talking in the background? Bullshit. See, what you have to ask yourself, why did James and Sandra not work out? Ah, exactly. How's he hooked up with Karin, but the wife don't know about Karin, and then Karin didn't know about the other woman who was in the house when she shot him? And what would possess a sickly person to bring another woman in the house, and he got a woman there? And he's also married to another woman. Brazen. Simply brazen. No respect, no regard for life. And he got his own life taken because he didn't have respect for women. And imagine a woman who was able to run out of that house for her life. She could have also been killed by Karin. Then you got to ask yourself what he really told her. Because her version is he wanted them two to meet. So that makes me wonder, meet for what? To say, oh, here's my new lady, you got to get out, or he wanted a menage a trois. And we've talked about that on this network as well. Men who like to have menage a trois. And that's dangerous as well. You know, it's an old saying, seek and ye shall find. Seek and ye shall find. You go looking for trouble, that's exactly what you're going to find. So it doesn't matter about your preferences. You like sleeping with 2 women, 3 women. You want to bed all the women at the same time. You think everything's going to work out with you and this woman and that woman and your wife and the lover. Oh, no, honey. Something's going to pop off. Because eventually you're going to want to have sex with the other person without the other person. And that's where your troubles are going to start. And now you're going to start slipping out, sneaking out. And now you got to start lying about where you've been. Then you're going to be coming in smelling like perfume and God knows what else. And the wife, girlfriend's going to know you've been with another woman. Now you got to explain if you can. Who wants that kind of life? Whatever happened to growing old together? Sharing a common bond with another human being. Sharing laughter, friendship, camaraderie, intimacy. Going places together, talking to each other, or just sitting on the front porch, holding hands and swinging in a swing. Nobody wants that life anymore. 50-year-olds want to be 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds want to be 12-year-olds. Older people wishing they could go back and live younger. Everybody's wanting something they can't get back. And they're willing to sell their soul to the devil to reminisce. I see it all the time. I see it on Facebook. People my age walking around half naked, skirt up to the navel, bending over, shaking their coochie out in front of everybody like that's cute. Always talking about, oh, I got a Prada bag, a Gucci bag, but they're barely living. Everybody want to chase the dope boy because he got the fancy car and the big rims, but that's not going to last always. Children want to emulate the people in the rap videos, and they're just thugs who ain't grown up either. Want to be thugs. See, everybody's wanting something they think they deserve, think they need, but it's an illusion. Because all of this is, there's a price to pay. There's a price for fine living. Comes with a cost. You got to keep it up. There's a cost for competing with your neighbor, your sister. Because you got to pay the due bill. And there's a price for envy, jealousy. It eats away at your soul. And then one day you look up and realize, I've been envying a person for nothing. Because they ain't no different and no better than I am. Life is short. I don't get attached to nothing. I got OCD ways. I can have the nicest of things and I can take it and push it out the door and never look back. That's just who I am. Always been that way. I'm a giver by nature. I don't get attached to nothing. Not a computer, not a drone, not a flat screen. I was looking at the flat screen in the living room 2 minutes from pushing it out the fucking door because I can't get the room to look like how I wanted to look. So I thought, hell, do I need this big old TV? Can't do nothing with it. Space too small. Because I don't care. I don't get attached to stuff. That's why I'm prosperous. I don't get attached to stuff. And as they say, you can't take it with you. Just leaving shit around for somebody to argue over. That's my message today. 2-part live. Marcus Andra Shorten, 53 of Texas, charged with bigamy. Denies the marriages. Second part of this live stream is pertaining to a young lady who I'm assuming is probably still incarcerated I've not found an update pertaining to this woman, Karin Stewart, out of Texas, who killed her boyfriend, who came. He brought another woman home saying he loves her. She shot him to death. And he also was married to another woman by the name of Sandra. What a web we weave. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $Bigamy 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Check out my live from early this morning, talking to Mr. Uncle Taco about the Seth video where he's talking about his son, Sebastian. Very interesting information. He showed pictures of his child. I gave my brief commentary of how I felt about his commentary in that video. And also we'll probably do another live pertaining to Seth and Nina. Some things that's been on my mind today that I'd like to discuss in a live stream. You all have a wonderful week. God bless you. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of fluids. Be careful in the heat. Mind the children. If you see something, say something. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. Welcome all new subs and visitors. Earlier, I was 22 subs shy of 16,000 subscribers. I want to thank you for following this network and supporting me. Thank you, Mr. AB, who sends a lot of his subscribers and viewers over to the network. Thank you for those who share my content on other platforms. God bless you. I appreciate it. Look for more content in the YouTube queue. Uploaded another short today pertaining to this Mr. Marcus Andra Shorten. And I asked him, why have you not turned yourself in knowing you have charges against you for bigamy? Thank you for your time. You've been listening to the Bald XL.